me years to learn the difference between the two. Alone is just a location, lonely is what's true. Inside, when you're surrounded by people who don't see the actual you underneath, the person that you be. For other people's comfort, I was lonely in a crowd, but walking home at midnight, I'm alone and I'm proud.
There's a version of the night that feels like company, when you finally know yourself well enough to just be
alone, not lonely. That's where I live now. Alone, not lonely. Finally figured out how to be the one I come home to be enough inside. Alone, not lonely is the hardest earned and the most satisfied I've ever been. Alone, not lonely.
I used to fill the silence with anything available. Now the silence is the point, the quiet is valuable. I know every corner of the person that I am. The night introduced us properly, and now we understand.
There's a kind of wholeness that no other person gives. You have to find it yourself in the city where you live. Alone, not lonely, that's where I live now. Alone, not lonely. Finally figured out how to be the one I come home to be enough inside.
Alone, not lonely.
Alone, not lonely is the hardest earned and the most satisfied I've ever been. Alone, not lonely.
Alone, not lonely. There's a world of difference, and I finally know which one I'm in.
Alone, not lonely.
Finally.
That's it. Last call came and went. I ordered one more anyway. Bartender knows my name, knows I'm not in a hurry to say goodnight to the only place that doesn't ask me to explain the version of myself I left out here in the rain. Everybody's heading somewhere, I'm heading nowhere specific. There's a kind of freedom in that, even if it isn't. Last call, one more for the road. Last call, sit down, part of the load. Not the drinking that I need, it's the sitting in the still. Last call is the only hour that belongs to what I feel. Last call. Couple in the corner, left without looking back. Saw something in the silence that I used to have. Now I'm counting ice cubes, watching the clock not move. There's a comfort in the closing of a room that knows your groove. Last call, one more for the But for right now, this corner booth is all I need to get one more. Left the umbrella home on purpose. Wanted to feel something real. The rain on my face at midnight is the most honest I've been in a week of careful services and managed appearances. The city washes something clean in me at this hour, in this neon bins in every puddle. A different city underground, one where everything is softer, one where I don't make a sound. Neon and rain, that's my kind of night. Neon and rain, when nothing has to be right. Just the wet and the walking and the lights on the ground. Neon and rain is the only place I found where I'm not lost. Neon and rain. Past the restaurant we used to like, still the same red chairs. Didn't stop, didn't even slow down, just cataloged it and kept moving there. Through the rain in the memory, through the neon in the now. The city holds the ghosts of us, but doesn't make a vow. Neon and rain, that's my kind of night. Neon and rain, when nothing has to be right. Just the wet and the walking and the lights on the ground. Neon and rain is the only place I found where I'm not lost. Neon and rain. Some people need the sun to feel alive. I need the neon and the red to feel like I survive. Neon and rain. Keep walking. City still lit, every window story I don't get to read yet. Walking streets that know me better than most people do. The kind of night that makes you honest about what you've been through. The city never sleeps, but everyone's alone in it. A million lights on, and nobody's really in it. 3 a.m. city, beautiful and cold. 3 a.m. city, where the night gets old, and you're the only sky. Yeah, Pasadena on the corner, two people inside. Not talking, just existing in the same quiet night. Yeah, that's a kind of company I understand right now. Present without pressure, don't ask me how. 3 a.m. city, beautiful and cold. 3 a.m. city, where the night gets old and you're the only one awake. Who knows exactly why? 3 a.m. city, under a neon sky. I've made peace with the night. It takes me as I am. No performance, no pretending. Just the city and the man. 3 a.m. city. Key in the door at midnight. Don't reach for the switch. Just stand in the doorway. Let the dark do its thing. The apartment holds the shape of a day I didn't plan. Dishes in the sink from a version of the man I used to be this morning, before the city got its hours. Now I'm standing in the dark, counting minutes into hours. There's something about the dark that the light takes away. A kind of honest reckoning at the end of every day. Empty apartment, full of everything I didn't say. Empty apartment, that's where I go to weigh the cost of all the surface, the price of being fine. Empty apartment, in the dark is where I find the real version. Empty apartment. Yeah. Sat on the floor for a while, back against the couch. Not sad exactly, just present in a way I can't allow. During daylight hours, when everyone needs something, the dark gives back the nothing that I need for functioning. Empty apartment, full of everything I didn't say. Empty apartment, that's where I go to weigh the cost of all the services, the price of being fine. Empty apartment, in the dark is where I find the real version. Empty apartment. I'll turn the lights on eventually, make some food, go to sleep. But this 10 minutes in the dark is mine to keep. The city doesn't know my name, doesn't know my situation, doesn't know the weight I carry or my final destination. And I used to find that lonely, now I find it's something else. The city's indifference is the closest Nobody clocking my moves, nobody keeping score. Just the street in emotion and nothing to answer for. The city don't care, and that's exactly what I need. Something that would take me without requiring me to bleed. City don't care, neither do I tonight. City don't care, and that makes everything right. Anonymous and moving through a million other lives. City don't care is how the alone ones survive the night. City don't care. Walk past 1,000 faces, none of them look twice. That used to bother me, now it feels like paradise. I'm just another body moving through the grid, accountable to no one for anything I did. Today at least, tonight at least, this hour is mine completely. The city grants that freedom, though it does so unmeaning. City don't care, and neither do I tonight. Everything right. Anonymous and moving through a million other lives. City don't care is how the alone ones survive the night. Tomorrow I go back to being someone specific. But tonight I'm just a figure in the city statistics. City don't care. Neither do I. The street light doesn't judge what it illuminates, just shines on what's there, whether beautiful or mistakes. I've been having conversations with myself under these lights that I couldn't have in daylight, that I save up for the nights. The night removes the audience, and with it goes the show. What's left is just the actual, the parts I actually know. Under the street light, the truth gets easier to say. Under the street light, I rehearse what the day couldn't hold for me. Street light sermon, preaching to the dark. Street light sermon, getting to the heart of what I've been avoiding in the busy and the bright. Street light sermon only happens late at night. Street light sermon. Told the lamppost things I haven't told a soul, about the life I'm building and the cost of letting go of versions of myself that served me for a while. The street light just kept shining, no opinion, no denial. That's the thing about the night, it receives without it's the same petition. Streetlight sermon, preaching to the dark. Streetlight sermon, getting to the heart of what I've been avoiding in the busy and the bright. Streetlight sermon only happens late at night. Streetlight sermon. Yeah, yeah. I'll go home eventually, carry what I found. The streetlight kept its counsel, didn't make a sound. Streetlight.